Hello YouTubers, fellow legends, welcome to Veloharmony. I'm doing a video today. One of our legends he gave a suggestion about doing something, talking about whether multiple bikes are necessary. I have multiple bikes, so yeah, I can speak to that topic, but I guess I want to start out first of all by answering the question. I think they're necessary. I don't think they're an absolute need. But if you're a serious rider, the benefits of having multiple bikes comes from the fact that there are times when something might not be working on your bike and you have to either wait for a part or drop it off at a shop, and they'll tell you, well, you know, they're backed up and you got to wait and it's going to be there for a few days or sometimes even a week. That's when having a secondary bike plays a big role, because it does not interrupt your training. So that's where it comes into play. So most serious riders have at least two bikes. It doesn't mean if you only have one bike, it's the end of the world. What it means is, if you're serious about riding, you need to at least start looking around, saving up to get a backup bike. You can look on eBay or whatever, but it is very necessary to have more than one, because there are times when you have maintenance issues or something might break, you never really know, and you can't fix it right away. You know, you have to wait on a part, or you got to drop it off at a shop. It's nice to have, but if you only have one, nothing stops you from riding that. I mean, you ride it till you can get another one. But the main reason for getting it is for the convenience of not having your training interrupted because of maintenance issues. So I think they're necessary. I don't think that you have to have it. I mean, that's pretty obvious. If all you can afford is one bike, well, you ride that bike, and you know the chance is out there that something might break and you'd have to have your training interrupted while the bike's being repaired, or even if you do it yourself, you'd have to wait for that part to get sourced in. So that's really the main benefit of having multiple bikes. I don't believe in having per se a winter bike versus a summer bike. I just have another bike. I get bikes. I want to enjoy riding all my bikes. So I make sure all of them fit me. That's the key. Don't buy a bike that you won't want to ride just to say you have a second bike. Wait till you can get a bike that fits you to get as a second bike, because there's no point in having a bike as a second bike that doesn't fit you. So if you're on the fence about it, I think you really need to think about it. If you're serious about it and you know you're training for a Grand Fondo and other things that you're into, and you've got the bug, you know, plan on getting a second bike that fits you properly, because I'm assuming the first one fits you. So make sure all your bikes fit you. But yes, you need to have at least two. There's a joke that goes around, there's a saying we use where we say you want to have N plus one, meaning N is the current number of bikes you own plus the one you're planning on getting. So, you know, so keep that in mind and leave your comments and questions below. But that's my mantra on there. I have three now. I have three bikes that I use, and like this one right now, I'm just changing wheels. That's why it's on the stand. There's nothing really wrong with it. I keep all of them serviced. But yes, when I started out, I started with one bike, and then I saw the need, because there were many times when at the time I was not working on my own bike. I had to take it to the shop, and you're on their schedule. So that's what ended up happening. So I'm going to wrap up this video with that in mind, and just saying that if you can get a secondary bike to back up your bike, put that on your list. That should be something that you source. It's a good idea to have, and it needs to be a bike you're going to enjoy riding, just like your number one bike. I don't have a particular number one, number two, and number three bike. They all have different characteristics, but you know, The key is just make sure they fit you. So don't let anything stop you, and be safe when you're out there.